Hi there, binary options traders. My name is AJ, and today I'm going to be showing you a Euro USD 60-second binary that I placed on the 24Option platform on July the 3rd, 2012. It was a call option with a invested amount of $24. But before I get into all this, I'd like to put out a little bit of good news and a little bit of neutral news, depending on how you trade. So the good news is that 60-second binaries has now become its own separate section within the 24Option platform. So now you can trade a number of different currencies, including the OUD USD, so the Aussie. You can trade the GBPJY, so the Great British Pound versus the Yen. So you have a number of different things that are now available to you. So it's great in that sense. However, the neutral news is that they've moved away from their old strategy of having a minute to jump in on the trade and then a minute to sit back and watch the lockout period. So basically, hypothetically, 2-minute trades, which were resulting for 1 minute 60-second binaries. What they've now implemented is now a 60-second lockout function. So basically, you get filled, and then you have 60 seconds to maintain that direction. So there, whether it's high or low, call or put, whatever you want to term it, you have to hold that position for 60 seconds. This is not necessarily a bad thing, and that's why I say it's neutral, but it is a definite adjustment. For example, when I first started trading it yesterday, I definitely ran into some pain when I first started my first couple of trades. After a while, those trades were in the past, and I've gotten very used to it. In fact, it's become very useful because you don't need to wait that extra couple of seconds that you would have to wait before the lockout period. You're just given that exact time. But, however, you're going to deal with a lot more slippage, and I find that this is very, very prevalent on the 24Option platform. For example, as you can see from the trade over here, my ideal location was right over here, and that's where I tried to get in at, but it wouldn't fill me at that point. Instead, rejected me with the option price change message. And then I got in over here, luckily, and I was able to profit from it. But as you can see, it's not always going to work like that. Excuse me. So it's good and bad news. Well, not really bad, just neutral news. So I definitely think it's a great thing that they've implemented a separate section. I'm really happy about that because that was one of the things I'd suggested in the help form to them. And I'm pretty sure that they didn't really need my suggestion. I'm pretty sure they had that plan all along. But it's definitely nice to see it implemented, and also nice to see a number of different currencies to trade. So you're definitely going to be seeing some new trades that I'll be taking on different currencies that I don't normally trade. Anyways, let's get into the chart work, shall we? So over here is my MetaTrader chart, 1 minute on the Euro USD, and as you can see over here, it was moving down. I'd drawn these trend lines, and essentially what the big thing for me for this trade was, again, the Fibonacci levels. So drawn to this point, from this low over here to this high over here, drawn from the wick to wick. That's how I like to draw them. You don't have to draw them that way. I mean, everything about this, somebody, I think it's the Baby Pip site that they like to call a lot of their things chart art. And what that means is that everything is subjective. So you can look at a chart one way and somebody else can look at a chart completely differently. And it may be the exact same candles, the exact same like formations, but they'll see something completely different. And you may be both right and you may be both wrong. It's all about learning how to play with that. And eventually you'll find your own rhythm and how you want to play with that. So for example, I like to draw from wick to wick. So this was drawn from wick to wick, and this revealed this 100 level right over here. So when this candle came and bounced in this area, well, it didn't really bounce, it just came to this area, I was ready to go in, and when it hit this level, I wanted to get into the trade, but the platform wouldn't fill me. So I had to wait a couple of seconds, clicked on it again, I got my fill, and luckily it profited. So in addition to that, to the standard FIBO levels that I like to use, there is my standard system, which seems to be using the stochastic and the RSI as entry and confirmation. So right over here, you can see this nice V formation that I like to see when it hits into the oversold oversold or overbought conditions. So whether it's in this zone over here or over here, I just like to see that mimicked and mirrored in the RSI as well. And it resulted in a very good trade. So I guess the lesson for today is I guess you have to be even more sharper now, because I remember when I first started putting trades on the platform last night, it was a little bit panicky because I lost at least 2 or 3 trades in a row, and that's not something that is very common for me. But after a while, I got the hang of it. So I guess the thing is that demo it out for a little bit, and I'm glad I when I saw this, I logged out on my regular account and moved into demo before going back to live. Just practice for a bit, because it's definitely going to be a big change, and it may not seem like much, but it definitely is a change, because usually I like to enjoy that 2-minute space where I got to sit back and relax and watch myself profit, but now I'm literally on the edge for 60 seconds. So definitely more freedom with time, but definitely also a bigger risk. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. I'd like to remind you to like, comment, share, and subscribe these videos, as well as the videos over the Happy Forexer channel. Don't forget also that if you don't have a 24Option account, there's a link in the description down below which can take you to 24Option, and you can fund an account there. And then once you fund that account, you can ask for a demo account, which will allow you to practice all these demos and strategies. So that way you can basically have a good solid foundation, know the platform very well, and then transition to live and hopefully make money as well. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.